start the year off by singing hello.
Oh, gee. You
gotta
go ahead and
go
start.
for it.
Start that.
Hello. Just kidding.
That's all you get.
What's
Sorry.
up, everybody? It's Videocast number 39.
It is.
We're almost as old as Rob is at this point.
That is, oh my gosh, I am 39. How interesting. That's perfect. A nice segue into, us being back. And,
Yes.
oh, hey, guess what? Dylan's back.
Yeah,
He's taking up a third of the screen now.
exactly. I figured you guys wouldn't let me come on here because I talk too much. You guys are trying to keep this all quick and restrained, but today was a big one. So
You remember those last 30-minute podcasts? That's not happening this time.
Probably not.
Hope you guys are all
45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, if you don't have snacks now, we'll give you a 30-second break.
We'll give you an intermission.
Yes. So welcome Dylan. Welcome
Yeah.
back. I'm Rob. This is Matt, and
I'm
there's
Dylan.
Good old Dylan. Yeah. So we're excited to be with you guys, and hope that you're excited to be with us. No, there is not a transcript available from this video.
Already starting it off.
Yeah.
So I just want to tell everyone up front, if there are any of you out there that would like to type our words and share them, we would be more than happy.
We can
to share
outsource
with
that,
you.
right?
Absolutely.
Pay in virtuals.
Yes.
You're giving people ideas.
Yeah.
Dylan.
That's a good idea. I like it. So anyway, we appreciate you joining us. We want to talk about 2015 because this is our very first video cast of 2016.
It is.
Matt, what'd you think of 2015?
It was interesting, to say the least.
There you have it.
It's a crazy year.
It was. A lot changed. A lot grew.
Well, I just keep thinking back because, we both started in 2014.
Yeah.
About halfway through 2014. And I was even going through and just looking at like blog posts that I did when that was my only function. And there's no way I could have done all that stuff now because we've, essentially more than quadrupled. What is it? Septupled?
What are you?
No,
five?
five?
Quintupled.
There we go.
Nice.
So we have 5 games now.
That's true.
Nah.
Actually, we do.
Or
We have
business
five.
side, I
We have
should
5
say.
apps.
5 operating apps.
5. Yes.
Yeah.
And then a couple other businesses.
Whatever.
Yeah,
No big deal.
It's crazy.
Hey,
it's crazy.
If you don't know about all of that, guess what? You should check out the blog because we've got a post out there today that talks about our theme and our mission and our vision and what's going on for 2016. And it actually mentions all of the companies that we have.
It does.
It does.
It's
It
very
mentions all
long
of them.
because of that. Yeah. So I was excited to see that. You guys
Good.
did a good job because I'll tell everyone I didn't write that.
No.
But I did approve this message. So.
You know what he
I don't
did
even
right?
know. I don't even know if you approved it.
No,
I
he
think
just
we just
posted
pressed
it.
play.
The things he does right got 5 edits so far. So that's why we don't let him on the blog.
It's a good point. Well done.
But no, 2015 was obviously a big year, but the end of 2015 was really big for events.
It
I know
was.
that Louise has,
Here's your plug, Louise.
There you go. No,
Um,
Louise has, taken events to a whole different level.
Yeah.
That role has kind of switched hands a few times throughout 2015, and Rob had it at one point, and I think we can all say it's a lot better.
Don't tell anyone that I had it at any point. It was very early in the year.
If it
My
was bad,
apologies.
blame him.
Yeah, I was still coming off of the unexpected high. So my apologies for all of that nonsense to our event host. But
And
yeah,
there she
she's done a
is.
great job. And so we do appreciate all that work. I've seen messages from some of our hosts that send things to her. She always forwards them on. And they're nice things like, you should get a raise. Do you ever sleep? Thank you for your hard work. They're very thorough in their appreciation for her. So we appreciate.
Do you ever sleep? I have the same question. I go to sleep at whatever time I do, and she's working, and I wake up and she's working, and I'm working and she's working. I
essentially just assume she's on American hours. She just she's up
pretty
and-
much.
That is correct, and that's how it works. So we appreciate the work that she does. We got to also then mention Daniel Fisher, who is in Germany. He's behind the scenes working all the time as well. We appreciate him. Daniel Hammock, who does all of our support. Hey man, what's up? I'm sure that he's watching.
And that could be a nice segue. Daniel Hammock was probably very busy at the beginning of this year.
Oh man,
We
we got Trish. Don't forget Trish.
Yeah,
of course,
Hayden
of course,
does the artwork as well. But yes, back to Daniel Hammock's support. Tell us about that.
Yeah, you want to do that one? Or? Okay,
I'm probably the guy who knows the least.
That's
about
probably
it.
true. So 2015 didn't exactly have quite the ending we expected or wanted. if you didn't know, there were some server issues with our hosting provider.
There weren't, and you didn't miss anything.
You didn't miss anything at all. But we've apologized for it. We keep trying.
Well, I think it's important to mention that we've done what we can do.
Yes,
which is mostly just apologize. This was not our fault, and I know that's kind of a way to sidestep the blame, but
it wasn't even. I'm not even going to throw the blame only on our hosting provider. They got attacked by cyber terrorists, and there's only so much you can do on both of our ends. They worked tirelessly to figure out what was going on. It took a little bit longer than we wanted, a little bit by a few days.
Yes.
But that is you can announce this one.
That's a good reason for us to make some changes. So that's what we're going to be doing. We have some changes coming up. One of our apps that's mentioned in the blog is called Wallaby, and we're going to make server changes for them on this coming Tuesday. And for all of you Munzee players, we are making some server moves and changes on Tuesday the 26th. And so we will keep you updated on that. Our plan is for there to be zero downtime, and yet the other plan is to be ready just in case there is downtime. We'll be working as hard as we can, Scott and our new server team, and I will tell you that where we're going is much larger. Much larger.
Much larger.
Yes.
which hopefully means much more secure and
Yes.
As far as the
less
team,
susceptible to these attacks.
Right. The company that we're working with, much larger. And that's the information that we have, because I'd hate for any of you to be behind the DDoS attacks that are going on. Just kidding. I know it's not you. Anyway, we are making those moves, and we'll apologize in advance for any downtime. We will communicate this to you. We will also be very active that day. And that's Tuesday the 26th here. So those of you in Australia, it's okay.
Yeah, it won't affect Australia Day.
You're right.
Hopefully.
This is after your Australia Day event. It will be Wednesday for you.
Yep.
So we did think about that.
We did. Scott was very worried, actually.
Yes, yeah,
Isn't that
we had a
good?
lot of conversations.
But so you kind of mentioned it before.
Yeah.
This morning we introduced our new theme on the blog.
Which probably would have gotten introduced a lot earlier in 2016 if not for the before mentioned issues.
Honestly, it was planned to
It
roll out.
was.
Yeah.
We came up with it in early December.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, here's a little bit of transparency for you guys. We haven't in the past been the most organized.
What?
And
I don't know what you're talking about.
and so in the end of December, we had a company-wide kind of planning session. All of the local people are obviously there, but we, phoned in some of the outside guys as well, the remotes, and really planned out the next 6 months for every aspect of the company. And that was huge for us because even though we're, in our 5th year, we had never done that. But included in that was coming up with our theme and figuring out what exactly we wanted to do with 2016. If 2015 was all about growing every aspect of our company into so many different games and businesses, I think we decided that 2016 was going back to our roots and focusing on our players and our community.
Yeah. Our players obviously are the whole reason we're here, the whole reason we get to do this. And a lot of the focus for this year is going to be on you guys, going to be on proving to you that we're here to serve you, really. And so Dylan, Rob, what is our theme this year?
Yeah.
Dylan, tell us what it is.
Well, here, how about, because I mentioned this in the blog post that our theme this year is a kind of combination of both our mission and our vision. Two things we didn't have until about 2 months ago.
Yeah, we've never as a company had either of those things, a mission or a vision.
We've had them, they've just never been written down.
How about that?
Yeah.
That's a better way of saying it. I like that. Which shall we start with, the mission or the vision?
I believe the mission, because
Okay.
the mission is what we're here to do. The vision is what we want to do.
Oh, there you go. Okay. So Munzee's mission is to bring the world together to achieve goals through leading edge technology and socially interactive gaming communities. So we took a lot of those words and we made the logo that you see. If you look at any of our social media, And we actually have shirts that we all wore, and the design made by Dylan.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you keep saying we. That was all Dylan.
Dylan made all of that. And so we took that mission and we broke it down into sort of what our theme is for this year. And then we broke the mission down even further into the vision. And so our vision is to be the ultimate innovative and fun company offering multiple platforms for community growth. And that goes across all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 branches of our company. It's interesting to see that in just over a year, basically, the Munzee marketplace was able to take off and grow and spread some roots of its own. But we are based in the local community. Each one of our apps has a very big community that's built around it, and some of them cross over from one game to the next. But it's all about you. It's all about the players. Exactly. It's all about our community. So our Munzee community, guess what? You're the originals. You are the founders of everything that we do. And as we've told you, and Matt and I said it many times over the last, I don't know, several video casts, just that we understand that it's you. And so the way that Dylan drew out the picture has the roots spelling out the word community, because we are deep rooted in our community. And again, Munzee scavenger hunt. That's where it all started. We don't forget that at all.
No. And again, I mean, even if we are looking at this from a business perspective, this is all of our livelihoods. This is what we feed our families with. This is what keeps the roofs over our head. But if we don't focus on our roots in our community, then we can't continue to grow and continue to be successful. So without your guys' help, our families, our loved ones, they're having a lot worse of a situation. So from our family to yours, thank you very much.
We do appreciate you, all of you. And we see some questions here, and we will get to those. We've got an actual script like written out, or not script, but some notes. So I want to make sure that we get through all of this stuff, but we will get to you.
So what better way to give back to our community,
right,
than to, obviously, again, this was probably going to happen earlier in the month aside from these attacks, but to have a double point weekend for our premium users and Munzee Pack subscribers.
Yeah. I mean, there's what's better than getting out there, getting double points. We know that the year did not start the way that you wanted it to, and guess what? For us either.
Yeah.
So what can we do? Well, we can load you up with stuff, and we can load you up with points, and we can give you things to get out there and do. And so that's exactly what we've done. So we have double points. If you check the blog, then you can see all of the different items that are double points. That started this morning. It started 13 hours ago?
13 hours ago.
I'll go ahead and tell you that before we went to lunch, we were 11 hours in. We were at over 130,000 captures on the day.
Yeah, I saw 150 when I was up there.
On the
earlier.
way down
Yeah.
there? Yikes. Wow.
It's pretty awesome. And we love the response that you guys have given. And there's more stuff coming. It's coming. We're catching up, guys. But this, if you guys know, it's for Munzee Pack and premium members. You guys are huge supporters of us. CC and I we sat there and planned out the next 6 months of Munzee Pack stuff. We want to give you guys new stuff, innovative stuff, things that you guys really want. And I know I've heard, look at that.
Hey, we had
a little issue
upstairs. And so there's a preview of some February stickers. Oh, and here's the back half. Here's the back half of some other stickers. That's all I got for you.
That's all I got for you.
Yeah. So it's all good.
Yeah. And I've seen some, what about premium members? Premium members are super important to us. And we've got more stuff planned for you guys as well. If you're not either one of those, you totally should be.
Yeah.
You get a lot of benefits. But premium members, Munzee.com, we're leaning into some other stuff. Munzee Pack members, or if you want to be a Munzee Pack member, Munzee.com/Munzee Pack. You can sign up, get on the list. Tons of things are going to be happening for you guys.
And how much is that again?
That is
for new
15
listeners.
15 a month. Yeah.
15 a month, and you get all sorts of stuff. But you get a lot of unique stuff, things that you can't get anywhere else. Trish does all the unique artwork for all the stickers and everything there. Ashley and CC work hard to get all those out. I mean, and
Yeah,
we've gotten a lot. Our numbers have definitely increased.
Oh, yeah.
Which is awesome, and we
Yeah.
want to see it continue because the more people that do this, the more chances we'll take on interesting new stuff.
That's right, because
got-
this
you got
right here
Walmart scanning
is
out one.
a Zodiac. Yeah, it's a Zodiac Munzee, and so we have a Zodiac series. Yeah, I believe it's Pisces. It's fish, two fish, whatever they are. So it is. It's something that we work hard on. Matt and CC mostly have run the Munzpack stuff, not mostly, completely. And
we get shut down by Rob. We
Yeah,
go back to the
it's all
drawing
good.
board. We get
This-
shut down by Rob again. Whatever.
they came up with the whole Zodiac theme, and it's been awesome. So that is monthly. You get double points if you deploy them during the actual Zodiac window. So
Or capture.
or capture. That's right. So check those things out.
Did you get
We
them, like,
appreciate.
for quadruple points this weekend.
I
don't know,
no,
there's-
because they're not.
Is
part of
the
double
one not
points.
active
Yeah.
yet? Okay.
Maybe on purpose.
Maybe
Yeah,
on purpose.
maybe. Actually, it was. So that
But-
tells you a little bit about the Munzpack
Yeah.
and the double points.
And as you guys were mentioning with premium users, normally you would go to the store, the Munzee store, to buy your year of a premium membership, which gets you
Yeah.
all sorts of stuff. That might be a little hard over the next weekend.
Yes.
Depends how
for a good
the
reason.
job Scott's doing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
depends
know.
on how quick you are. For the next 45 minutes, you can go to
You
store.munzee.com
can.
and you will see what is our current store. But
If you were looking at the blog or our social media yesterday, you will see that we are doing a soft store opening
Yeah.
starting today
Woo.
at 2. One of the biggest complaints we've gotten, honestly, in the past 3 years. The current store launched in February 2013. It's
3
almost
years.
3 years later.
Yeah.
And we're still using the same store.
I started.
Rob's a
full-time.
fan of the store.
Rob is a fan of the store.
I started.
but
Well, I guess I didn't go full time until January 2014, but I started working with the guys. No, that's not true. It was January 2013. So I started full time then, right? The first and the only person full time. We were using an old store. I can't even mention it. It was that much fun. So we switched over to the new store, and it was like, oh my goodness, this place is glorious. This is amazing.
at the time, it was a great upgrade to
Yeah.
something new. Like
fantastic,
But
fantastic.
times
As
change.
the game grew, and really, it probably would have been the first time that we put stickers in the store. We sold a pretty good quantity, and the store went. It just ran.
You had to
slow.
cut those, didn't you?
20, yeah.
Yeah.
I cut 20,000 stickers over the course of about a 24-hour time period. It was difficult, and then I hand addressed and
Yeah.
stamped all the envelopes. But anyway, the old store. Oh my. I've loved it, I gotta say, because I've been
The current
able-
store, you should
Oh yeah,
say.
yeah, yeah. Sorry, this current store has been good because I can work in it. I can do it. I can put pictures in. I can change things. I can do stuff and then go, oh hey Scott, by the way, I just did this.
You can't do that anymore.
Now, the
Um,
good news is now I get to pass a lot of that stuff off to Matt and Scott, which is good. So I don't have to be in it, and even better, I don't get to be in it.
Yeah. As a quick recap, if you didn't read the blog post, Scott started looking into this. Well, he's been looking seriously maybe 4 or 5 months ago.
Yes, for all of you who've complained for a long time, we've been looking into it for
Yeah.
longer than that. Don't
Mhm.
worry.
So Scott finally found this new kind of platform. Rob told him no repeatedly because he liked the old store.
And there were other reasons.
And there were
Of
other
course,
reasons.
of course.
But so finally we wore Rob down and
Company growth.
company
things like
growth.
that.
And it's a huge part of our company.
Mhm.
So Scott really set everything up. I got in there, started messing around, putting in products, trying new things out. Scott's been coding
Rob's been accidentally deleting.
Yeah.
and telling us no repeatedly.
It's okay.
It's kind of a trend if you've noticed.
I know. We're
Well,
good now.
Also, guys, what are some of the key features you would say of the new store?
Speed.
Speed is
Definitely
good.
Speed, size.
Yes.
I assume it'll be
It's-
able to handle onslaughts of
You know
eager
what?
buyers.
We're gonna find out today.
I
guess
I've
they
been
are.
told
I
by
guess they
Scott
are.
And Matt that we're good. So we are gonna put this thing to the test really soon. Like Matt,
like if we finish this podcast on time.
40
maybe.
minutes from now, which will be 2:00 MHQ time. So we've got a new store. It is coming soon. Now, here's the deal about it. It is it's a sample. It's a soft open.
It is.
It's a
Yes.
test, a taste of what we're gonna do. We want you to check it out. We want you to be clicking on stuff. We want to see how it can all be handled. We've got some new things that are going to be in there.
Yep.
Some clothing lines. We actually have all of our different apps represented in there.
Yeah.
So if you're a Munzee player, guess what? There's some Munzee stuff in there. If you're a Wallaby player, we got some Wallaby stuff.
There's
in
some
there.
Eventsy stuff in there.
Yeah.
Right?
Again, we have all of these communities we keep talking about, but so often when it comes down to, what products we're going to put out, it's a lot easier to go with Munzee stuff because we know there is a huge demand for it as opposed to some of the smaller communities. But we wanted everybody to get the chance to represent themselves. And all of the cool thing about this shop is it's all customizable and different shirt colors and stuff like that. And we don't actually have to keep that stock on hand. Which was the biggest issue with clothing and shipping and everything.
Yeah.
So clothing and all that kind of stuff, that's cool. But you know what everybody out there in the world likes? They like game pieces. They like new game pieces. But we've talked a little bit about the history of Munzee. We talked about, the old themes and some of that kind of stuff. I think we need to take it back it up just a little bit.
Yeah, go back to our roots.
Yeah, just take it back just a little ways, right? See, there you go.
A little ways.
Nice one.
This
a little ways.
You say a little ways. This is pre-Dylan to me.
This is
this is like by a few weeks.
Yeah.
Actually, you probably would have started a few months before we.
It was March 2014.
Yeah, so we started working.
Whatever.
I think you were in May 2014.
I was May 5th,
and I was June 1st or something like that.
True.
2014. So we started about the same time. And you guys had just come off a pretty successful fundraiser.
Mm-hmm. We've just done puzzle hearts, an autism puzzle heart, and we gave $5,000 to the Doug Flutie Jr. Foundation, and it was really special.
Now,
we had a good time.
Your first?
No, we'd done one or two others at that point in time.
Okay.
But this one was based only on captures. We didn't sell anything. It was just, we are going to give a donation. So we put puzzle hearts on the map, people capped them, and we gave $1 for every cap. And there were like 4,700 captures in the month.
Yeah.
And so we made a $5,000 donation. So I found out about a story at about the same time from one of our players who's located up in Montana. The family is from Helena, Montana, and they had a story that was tied to Spokane, Washington, with some players that were there because this family, and it's the Reed family. So some of you, if you've been playing for more than 18 months, and you know kind of where we head with this, and that's what's fun is that this is 18 months back. The Reed family would travel from Helena, Montana, and mom and son, David the son, would stay at the Ronald McDonald House of Spokane. And he would undergo treatments because 2 days before his 7th birthday, he was diagnosed with leukemia. And so he was staying at the Ronald McDonald House because during the time period, the roads would ice over or whatever. So they needed to be sure that they could get to the treatments. The Ronald McDonald House is big and cool, and they're across the world. But they are not funded by the McDonald's Corporation. They're funded by donations and things like that. So we found out about the story. It was tied directly to the Munzee community locally because some of the Munzee players, when Derek and David and Catherine would go out and play, they got in contact with that family and they were able to support them a little bit. So we found out and we launched what we called the Ronald McDonald House, the RMH virtuals. And we put them in the store for $1. And I know this will be shocking, but the store crashed. So what we did is we put them in the store for $1. We sold them 5 of them for $4. We were able to make a $25,000 donation. And Dylan actually got to attend.
Yeah, it was literally like the first week I started working, and they were like, "Hey, we need somebody to take photos and video of Rob presenting this check. Do you want to go to Spokane, Washington?"
Yeah.
Well, yeah. All right, sure.
Yeah, and then travel on to Butte, Montana.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Talk about a crash course in Munzee.
Yeah, absolutely.
But no, so I mean, that was literally my first experience with players, with especially the Montana group of players. And so, I mean, this has always been, very personal to me as well, just simply because of my experience with it all. But here we are 18 months later. My job has changed 18 times over.
All of ours have.
All of ours have.
Mine too. How weird.
Yeah,
Seriously.
weird. And again, for as much as we organized and planned the last back in December, one of the things we didn't really find out about until a couple of days ago is that David, the young boy who was diagnosed with leukemia, is getting his last chemo treatment on Tuesday.
Monday.
Which is huge. I mean, it's we don't have to get into all the specifics of it, but it's an amazing thing, and we're all extremely excited to have been a part of that process.
This has been 3.25 years worth of chemo treatments for him, multiple times a month, and it's the kind of thing that we're excited. I was emailing back and forth with Derek, his dad, who didn't know we were doing this, but emailing back and forth with him yesterday, and I just asked him for an update so that we could share it with you guys. And he has been getting good, clean bill of health reports for a lot of his last treatments and doctor visits. And so he's still going to be going once a month for a while, for years. But he's got a clean bill of health, and that's pretty awesome. So Monday evening, and this all came through to us because one of the local players, Penfield Party, put a Munzee event on the calendar. And so that came through to Louise. She contacts me and Matt and says, hey, check this out. So Monday evening, David will be at the Ronald McDonald House and in Spokane, and he will be ringing a bell. And that signifies a childhood cancer survivor. So it's pretty exciting stuff. So Matt, tell them what we're going to do.
Right. You made it through that really well.
Yeah.
Because I'm choking up here.
No, I mean,
yeah. So obviously, raising $25,000 for Ronald McDonald House in Spokane was amazing. Derek said they still talk about it. Yes. Which is just blows our mind for them to,
I mean,
18 months later,
exactly.
To,
this
to
even
recognize us.
This is even a precursor to Rob. Oh, okay. This is even a precursor to Rob traveling all the time. I mean, you were in Spokane 1 week to, I believe
we went in as sort of a surprise visit.
Yeah.
TJ and I flew in, and we visited Sam's there, and we put about $2,500 worth of goods on several carts. We rented a large car, and we loaded the thing down, and we tied everything to the roof, and we drove it over, and we had a donation for them that was food and movies and just the household goods and toys for the kids and some of those kinds of things. So it was a special visit, just so kind of had a precursor there to it, and then actually had the event set up where we could be there with David and his family.
Yeah,
and,
so
and
you come
them.
back from that, and then like a week later, you and I go back to Spokane.
Yeah, because I love to fly that much.
Yeah, exactly.
But honestly, I kind of do now. So.
Yeah, he's getting there.
It's all a precursor. But yeah, so in what we're calling, I mean, a celebration.
Oh, completely.
Life. Matt was saying.
So of those 20 whatever it was 1,000 Ronald McDonald virtuals that were sold, they disappear off the map like almost all of our specials do.
They were on the map until June 30th of 2014.
Yeah.
So
so they're there for a long time. Well, they're coming back.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
Look at that. So all previously purchased Ronald McDonald House virtuals will be back on the map or in your undeployed list if you didn't get a chance to deploy them all.
In 30 minutes.
If you've captured them before, you can't do it again. Sorry. But we're also selling them again. From 2:00 today until Sunday at 11:59 p.m. The RMH virtuals will be back for sale. Proceeds of that sale will go again to the Ronald McDonald House of Spokane. We really want to make a difference in communities, and we're hoping that this is another way we can.
And again, it's all full circle.
Completely.
We want to celebrate, David's life, but also everything that Ronald McDonald House did for his family in particular. But
what they do for every family,
exactly, for families all over the place. Are you skipping ahead to the end, Rob?
The very last line says Rob cries.
Yeah, it does. We knew it was coming.
Yeah, and that's not like that's planned or that this is fake. It's just that he always cries. You were supposed to wait until the end, and we were going to have a dramatic fade out.
I know. Yeah. I really tried. But just hearing Matt say the things that we've been talking about is just cool. So we have them. They're going back on the map. They're going back in the store, in this brand new store, because we know that there's a possibility that we could have some pretty high traffic, and we want to remind you to be patient, but I don't want you to. I want you to be able to get your stuff, because this is a donation. Going back to Ronald McDonald House. I would love to be able to donate. I don't know. The community responded in a major way 18 months ago. Guess what? We're 18 months bigger now. And here's another fun piece for you. You can actually earn the badges from 18 months ago.
Yep.
So all that you have to do is if you deploy, and the only way to get the RMH is to purchase them, and they're $1 each, and all of the details are in the store. That you split 20 points between cap and deploy. They are blastable.
Yeah.
It tells you the radius, all those kinds of things. But you can earn the old badge, and you get that for deploying 4, 8, 20, and 40. So there's 4 separate badges.
But wait, there's more.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
There's always something more.
There is more. Dylan?
Oh, I mean, again, we come out with badges for everything. So we have to have a new badge for all of you that already got those 4 badges.
And this one is commemorating him being able to ring that bell.
Yeah.
It looks awesome. This entire story is extremely moving, and we got him here. We got him. But yeah, so if you cap or deploy, any of these RMH virtuals, old or new, they're all the same. You get this new badge as well.
Yeah. Now, if there was an RMH garden here at MHQ, I blasted all of them. So, like you said,
think about
like Matt said, you if you've already capped them, they're gone for you. You cannot cap them again. Sorry about that, but we had to have some restrictions. If someone built, like Clapham Commons in London was an RMH garden, and once all those things went away, they actually built a mystery virtual garden on top of it. Guess what's going to happen? All those RMHs are going to come back, and they're going to be in the middle of that mystery virtual garden. You can't deploy anything new, right? You can't deploy anything new in those spots. So these RMH spots are they're going to take the proximity up. But you should know that, some of the gardens are going to explode. They're going to be huge. So we hope that you'll get out there and you'll do 2 things. One, you'll get out there and play. I believe that we put these on the double point.
We were going to make it another surprise. And
then sorry.
Wander into it.
I just
like
it hit me because honestly, I didn't hear you. My ADD did not kick in that time. I was actually focused, and I was so focused that I just said it. So
yes.
They're on
point.
They're on the double point weekend. Matt's got another surprise for you.
Oh, I do? What are we talking? I know
they're on the double point list.
Yeah.
Because again, this is something that really just came to our attention. Came back to our attention. In the past few days. As soon as we heard about it, I threw it in our project management stuff. Rob had already gotten a handle of it. We met the next morning at like 10 and sat there for an hour and a half, hashing out a bunch of things. Scott got right on it. All of this was ready by yesterday afternoon.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy.
Unfortunately, it set a precedent. Now we're going to have to be quick with all of our projects.
No, we've got all the rest of them planned out. They
That's
have
true.
The reason that we did that, like we talked about in December, the reason that we planned everything out is so that we could take care of things like this that pop up. And it was the first meeting of the emergency do it club is what I told these guys.
You had asked me to be in it, and I hadn't been in a Munzee meeting in 6 months.
Yeah. So you knew it was serious. So the reason, community, it's all about you guys. And this one is the Reed. I can do it. The Reed family and all of our players there in Spokane who took care of them 2 years ago. And so Reed family, we appreciate you guys. And David, congratulations.
Yeah. And thank you to all your players, because again, we can't do these things without you. You are literally playing a key portion in all of this.
Yeah.
So
On all of the checks we've presented, and especially that big $25,000 one, it says not from Munzee the company, it's from us and all of our players, because it's a lot of times we'll throw in extra, we'll match or whatever, but it all comes down to you guys doing these things, and we cannot thank you enough. And I'm sure I know the Reed family is ecstatic. Was ecstatic last time. They had no idea any of this until now. So surprise.
Yeah. I emailed back and forth with
Derek.
So
if you know them, maybe let them know to watch the podcast.
Yeah.
I'll be sending him a link. I'll be sending him a link with the email so that David can see. So hey David. Good to chat with you through the screen. Yes. What else? Because I think there's a couple of questions.
There's a lot of questions.
You guys have anything else
Rob
there?
cries, we're not going to fade to black yet.
Not quite yet.
We're going to answer a few questions.
Any news on the Murray, long-time viewer, long-time questioner too? Yeah. He wants to know about the Make Us a Munzee competition. I mean, it was announced which one won.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, it wasn't?
No.
Oh my. Well then, do we want to answer this question?
Yeah, I'll answer it.
Okay.
So the email is actually going out to the winner this afternoon. Rock, paper, scissors won by a landslide.
Rock, paper, scissors. There we go. See,
there we go.
We did
it. That was terrible.
That was awful.
That one won. They'll be getting an email about it today. Yeah, assuming everything goes well with everything that's going on.
Right.
Again, they're going to be working with us to figure out all the logistics and everything. Daniel Fisher heard about and was like, yeah, let's totally do this. So we got lots of cool stuff coming for that.
The idea is awesome.
It is super
the
awesome.
Implementation is even cooler than that. Just wait until you see it. We've got a good plan with it. There were a couple of other questions that, are kind of like, not really right now type questions, but Frank asks us, since we're using Shopify and they can see that because of a link, now for the store, will credit cards be acceptable for purchases? There will be multiple ways for you to make purchases, Frank. As soon as you get in there, guess what? You'll find out. So how about that?
Multiple ways.
Honestly, multiple ways.
I heard Monopoly money getting thrown around.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. There are. Let me tell you,
please
it's going to be fun.
Please do not mail us.
No. Frank, this is the soft opening. Stay tuned.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
I think that's about it. I apologize for not answering the rest of the questions or all of them, but trying to hit as much of the big stuff as we could.
Yeah, we've got a lot in the pipeline. We don't avoid questions for no reason.
Yeah, thanks for the shout out on what we accomplished for RNMH. It's gonna be huge. Yep. And the top question here about scatter and prize wheel coming soon. Yeah. So that's why I'm ignoring it. So don't worry. When it's time, that's when you'll know.
Because we plan these things.
We actually plan stuff. It's pretty awesome.
So we apologize for being 40 minutes on this one, but hopefully there was some good information there. We will be putting this out on all the social media outlets here in 20 minutes. So at 2:00. So stay tuned. Links to the store. Everything's going to be out there live. The RMH virtuals are coming back on the map. Yep. Oh, hey, by the way, I'm going to Florida tomorrow morning.
Oh yeah.
Did I tell you guys that? Oh, surprise. Hey, guess what? I'm going to Florida. And because of that, I'm actually going to leave the office here in just a few minutes as well. So Flat Robs are going back on the map.
Who would have
Oh
thought?
my goodness.
Shocker.
So Flat Robs are going on the map. They're going to start at 2:00 today, and they're going to come off the map at 2:00 on Sunday, because I will be making a 24-hour round trip tomorrow morning. And
Because he's sane.
yeah, no, and they are not on the double point
Okay.
list, just so
No,
everyone's
no.
clear. So watch for Flat Robs, watch for RMH Virtuals. Go to our store, try and crash it. I dare you. And all because we want to, we want to be able to make a big donation
We
to
do.
Ronald McDonald House Booking
Yeah.
again. They are very appreciative, and so are we. So thank you.
Y'all are the best.
Huzzah.
Yay for our community.
That's right. You guys rock. Have a good weekend.
Yeah.
Get busy.
Buy a shirt or two.
Yeah.